Hey kids, it's Arp. This is the ArpCast, somewhat live from the foothills of the Great Smoky Mountains in eastern Tennessee. Today we talk about different things, weird people, and maybe unicorns and rainbows. We read poetry and short stories too. Most of all, we keep it real. This is the ArpCast, starting now. ArpCast number 34, January 1, 2018, also known as hashtag HFDOJ. That's right, HFDOJ. Happy first day of January. Why? And I know I'm on an island here. And all of you are going to not like this at all. Maybe one person. There's one person out there, lovely smile. She knows who she is. But what's the big deal? It's just another day, kids. It's just another day. So, happy first day of January. And tomorrow is hashtag HSDOJ. Happy second day of January. There you go. I've set myself on the island forever. But I welcome you to join me if you'd like. Remember, if there's a resolution, not for this year, but just in general, make it the ArpCast. Go out there, subscribe, get on YouTube, tell me, it's only me really at this point, how much you love me. That's all. That's all I'm asking for. Movie Mondays. That's right, it's a Monday night. First day of January in 2018 is a Monday. Just works out that way. It's nice. We're here serving. We're here working for you, getting out the entertainment. That's what we do. 3 days a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, every week. That's 52 times 3. We're looking at 156 ArpCasts in 2018, roughly. Maybe there might be a little bit off here or there, but that's what we're looking to provide to you. 156. You know I like British accents. I've made this very plain to you. Some of you have got to hear them, or hear it, rather. And I know you bemoan it. And that's okay. That's not going to stop me. 10, 12 years ago, maybe 15 years ago, someone asked me, what would you do if you weren't afraid? Remember, a very nice gentleman. I think he was the former head of Blue Cross Blue Shield, and it was a long story. What would you do if you weren't afraid? If I weren't afraid, I would walk around all day long in a British accent. Good or bad, that's what I would do. But I do have a certain level of practical fear that keeps me from doing that. I like the pompous characters. I like that. And sometimes I probably come off that way, and that's all right. I like that. I like the overdone formality and ceremony. Yep, I like that too. I like all the stuff, the way they wear their clothes and kerchiefs, that sort of thing. The wigs. Love the wigs. You can't go wrong with the wigs. Right there in Parliament, they got wigs on. I mean, who wouldn't love that? We need wigs back. So The Crown Season 2 tonight is what we're going to talk about. So I binged that over the holidays. And remember, we got Features, Philosophy, and the Alf. Features, Philosophy, and the Alf. This is the last season with Claire Foy and Matt Smith as Queen Elizabeth II and the Duke of Edinburgh, respectively, of course. I'm going to miss them. They have been fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. They not only look and have the mannerisms, which I talked about in the last review, Season 1 review, but they're just so very good actors. They're just so very good actors. They're just so very good at acting in the roles in which they've been cast. You're just drawn to them naturally. They ooze the crown, the royalty. Everything that I kind of mentioned. The pompousness, the overdone formality and ceremony. Although, obviously Prince Philip doesn't really care for that sort of stuff. He likes that easy. He's driving around in his MG and that sort of thing. Features in this season. New prime ministers. So Churchill on his way out, near death. Aidan and Macmillan, both sort of odd fellows. Aidan wasn't there for very long. Macmillan there a little longer, but both just weak, very weak. And there's a great line in the show, and I forget which episode, that, and again, don't know if it was true. It could just be, that the writing, but Lilibet, if I can call her that, is that all right? I got an okay from the studio manager. Queen Elizabeth, essentially says, I've been here this whole time, and these men have come and gone. They've retired, they've gotten ill, they've had bad ethics, whatever it might be. I'm still here. And she is still here. Now, I know it's a constitutional monarchy, and it doesn't really have any play in terms of the UK, but she's there. A visit by the Kennedys, very interesting to witness that in this televised format. Princess Margaret marries a progressive type, I'll say that. Some kind of risque scenes around some of that, so, be mindful of the kiddos. And then marital issues with the royals themselves. So they are, I think the theme throughout this season 2 is the marriage between Elizabeth and Philip. Really enjoyed that aspect of it. Had no idea. Could have guessed, but haven't done any reading on them. But that's there. So, philosophy. Steadfastness. Absolute focus, steadfastness on really a couple things that came out to me here. Commitment to another person, commitment to a marriage, commitment to the crown. So she says in there that, divorce is not an option. Again, I know some of this is dramatized for effect and to keep us entangled in this lovely snare, this web called the crown, but I got to imagine it's not far from the truth. They have been married for over 60 years. That's strong. That's really strong. I've been married 20, and that's strong. So, steadfastness. We cannot get a divorce. She tells him that. I think as the queen, certainly, but as his wife. Ethics above all else. Several places throughout season 2 where ethics really, really rises to the top. And how we have to be ethical, moral, and God-fearing. Very interesting perspective on some of her, Queen Elizabeth's religious commitments. The Alf. Arp's likability factor. Love, like, meh. We had our first meh last week. Dislike and loathe. I continue to love this program. Cannot wait till the 3rd season starts. Love it, love it, love it, love it. So, there it is, The Crown Season 2. Go out there, get it on Netflix, watch it. On a sad note, had to go to her funeral today. And that's one of the toughest things that you'll ever do in your life. And a good friend of mine, his father passed away. And it was tough. It was really tough. However, that's life. And life goes on. It's been great. Movie Mondays. Happy New Year. Well, kids, you know who this is. It's ARP, damn it. You have been listening to the ArpCast, a sensational, fact-filled experience meant to change the world. I'm happy you stopped by. Our sponsors, those greedy, wily bastards, thank you too. Make sure to write, this has been the ArpCast. I'm out.